It is a Sunday, which means only one thing. It is a race day. I'm in Austria, in Hochfügen. Definitely butchering the name there, but 17k with 1,200 meters of gain. This town is at like 1,500 meters above sea level, so most of this run isn't going to be in altitude. I did run here. I did the course like 3 days ago, and it's beautiful. Super technical. Half of it is super technical, half of it is runnable, so it's kind of a good mix, I guess. Some really steep sections, but also some very runnable sections. But yeah, we're here sponsoring with Bix, so it kind of like made sense to also race here, even though I've started my proper build-up of some volumes. 10 hours of running already this week with 2 days of taper before this race. So it's been a fairly big week, but should still be okay for this race. But yeah, my European season is slowly coming to a close. So it's a bit more about training now, a bit less about racing. So we'll see today, because yeah, walking around the start line, you see a lot of fast people. Just doing a quick warm-up. I mean, this town is beautiful. Also from this point, you can see the peak there. Yeah, obviously with this camera it'll be pretty hard, but there's a cross right there. So that's about 2,400 meters. So yeah, most of this race is in altitude. Definitely still gonna be some technical sections for sure. It is a pretty nice town. Like, it looks like a fully just skiing town. I can imagine this place in winter being super, super nice. That's some All right, about 7 minutes to the start. It is really hot, so I'm going to take a full bottle with me. I thought maybe I can even run this without water, but it's way too hot. But yeah, anyway, almost go time. Let's get this done.
Nachwuchs unter Anführungszeichen versorgt ist und wir wissen. Keiner. Wieder ACDC.
All right, just made it back. It is so hot. I was just looking for some shade because it's still like 34 degrees. But yeah, anyway, race went okay. Finished third. Another sprint finish. This whole summer has just been third places and sprint finishes. Yeah, I was second place to the top, and then once we got to the top, actually the downhill went fairly well, the technical one. But then the race pretty much finished with like 4K of gravel downhill, like pretty runnable. And I looked back, I couldn't see anybody behind me, so I was like, I can just relax through those last 4K. I was running probably like 3:30 pace, and then I look back and I see somebody coming, and I was like, oh no, and he was flying. That guy, literally those 4K that he ran were all like 250 pace. I picked up the pace a little bit. I ran like some 310s, like 315s. Last K was under 3 minutes, only because like fourth place was right behind me as well. So yeah, a bit of a fast finish to this race. Obviously a little bit disappointing, but I think like overall, like I'm just disappointed with my fitness more than this race. I recover really well between races and training, but I just feel like so flat in races. So I was still supposed to do 2 more races in this season, but realistically I feel like there's really no point doing them, so I might just like skip those races, obviously do the expos because we're still there with Bix, and then just train through it. So the Asia Pacific Trail Running Champs is like 10 weeks away, so I can put at least like 8 good weeks of like training, because 1 week is going to be the UTMB Expo, and that's like pretty much no training at all during that week, and another week of taper. So I think I would just give myself the best chance to actually like pick up my fitness rather than like do another 2 races now and then go to a new UTMB week where I'll probably do like 30k for the whole week during that week and then rebuild once I get to Australia. Then I'll only have like 5.5, 6 weeks left. So yeah, I'll probably like not do those last 2 races, start training. Like I feel like my recovery is like really good. Like tomorrow would be, I'll do like an hour and a half easy run, but like there'll be no pain, like no muscle pain. So I just feel like I'm missing that sharpness. So I need to get back to some key training sessions and like workouts and stuff like that. So this week has also been like my biggest running week. I've done 12 hours of running this week, about 7,000 meters of elevation gain. So a really good training week. But this has been like my biggest week in like 10-11 weeks. So I feel like only doing like 8 to 9 hours of running a week just really brought my fitness down, because I'm very high volume kind of a runner, and I have been for a long time. I've tried a few times training like low volume, but didn't really work for me, and now again it feels like my fitness is just slowly going down. So I'm going to try for the next few weeks while I'm here, just pick up as much elevation as I can, trying to get 12 to 14 hours of, probably even 14 hours of training a week. Just get as much as I can. Once I get to Australia, I can get a bit more specific with the training for the Asia Pacific Trail Champs. But the Asia Pacific Trail Champs is in South Korea, and that's 40k with about 3,000 meters of elevation gain, a bit less, so like 2,900. So it's going to be a fairly slow race. I think it's probably going to be very close to like 4.5 hours, closer to 5. So yeah, that strength that I'll build here for the next 3 weeks before we go back will be important, and then like key sessions will be important. But yeah, anyway, I better stop talking. I'm gonna go and get some more food. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.